Hey everybody, One of Wisdom here. 4:15 in the morning. We are having a good time taking care of our Series 2 Fire Element Skylander upgrades. Started out, we started the evening, did Light Core Eruptor, and then Series 2 Eruptor. Part 150, which you just saw, we did Flame Slinger. I actually took him down Pyromancer. I think that's going to be a pretty sweet path. Igniter now, he's someone last time around I got to experience both paths primarily because he came in the 3DS starter pack and then the Camo Igniter Warnado triple pack, which to date is one of the best triple packs in my opinion. Kind of landed it that way. That said, Series 2, of course, you're going to A, have the WoW POW, B, you've got the ability to switch paths. But again, if you say, man, why would I get Series 2 Igniter when I have him from the 3DS starter pack, yada yada, it's primarily because of the WoW POW. Or you just really like the repos. His is pretty sweet. It showcases his soul gem, which is the fire forged armor, and then it's kind of got the upgraded sword going on too. Igniter, of course, for Skylanders Giants also had legendary counterpart. Legendary Ignitor looks pretty dadgum cool. A lot of times, the blue and the gold people aren't a big fan of. Doesn't really look as good. Have to say the blue and the gold looks great on Igniter. That said, this is Series 2 Igniter, box stock, nothing done to him. Need 11,520 to fully upgrade your, Series 2 Skylander. That'll get you the base upgrades, one of the paths, your Soul Gem, and the WoW POW. You'll have a little bit of change left over. Primary attack, sword. Secondary attack, flamethrower. Legendary Ignitor does have, I just checked, I've got pretty much all the base upgrades, and I think I got him as Soul Gem as well, so he just needs the WoW POW and the purchased upgrades, the path, if you will. May fit both of them in this video, it'll kind of depend on the time, but let's go ahead while we're out here. They both have the fire in that too. What he has right now is the Flame Blade. A to swing your sword, press AA, hold A to perform a combo. Pretty cool to have that right off the bat. Secondary attack that we showed you was the Flame Form Mortar. Launch your Flame Spirit in an arc at foes. Didn't mean to do that. Come in through here, the base, we'll cover all those with Persephone. He has, what is it? Lord of the Flames or something? Begins Dance with Fire. Then he has Incinerate and Fire Form Salvo. And then Blademaster is the sword path, if you will. We'll highlight both of those in further detail. The Fire Forged Armor, plus 40 armor. Armor makes it harder for enemies to hit you. What I love about that, it's not tied in with a path, it's actually the Soul Gem, right where it should be in my opinion. Big benefit regardless of the path you take. And then the WoW POW is called Blue Flame. In flame form, or after a Mega Slam, that kind of covers it to where it works both times. Leave a trail of blue fire. That should be pretty sweet from just like a viewer standpoint. The Mega Slam is right there. Press Z to perform a massive Mega Slam. Hold Z to delay the attack. And then, when else was it triggered? Add in flame form. So that would be when you're basically, out. You've launched your spirit, if you will. We'll kind of figure all that as we go. And again, to save time, I'm just going to read you the upgrades with Persephone. Kind of saves from the redundancy, particularly if I do wind up doing Legendary in here too. Alright, his first upgrade is called the Scorching Blade, runs 300. Sword attack does increase damage. I love solid numbers, but what are you going to do? And there were some frames dropping. Great sign. A little bit different of a look, nothing too crazy. You can probably tell there it's kind of like looking more like an axe. We'll come in now. Flame Form. Control your Flame Form after launching it. Cost is 420. Note, it does indicate your first upgrade, so that's nice. That was in the little box art there, if you know what I'm talking about. So basically what that means is when you press B, I can actually use the nunchuck and control where it goes. So say that you take out an enemy there and then there's some behind you, you know, you get the idea. Third purchased upgrade is going to be the Mega Slam. Press Z to perform a massive Mega Slam, hold Z to delay the attack. Cost 540. Alright, before I forget, let's do some combos. Well, maybe not. Okay, well you can, just take my word for it. Anyway, the Mega Slam. Sorry, wrong button. Basically, right when you see it go to blue, unleash the Fury. And note that you can run around. He's got full articulation, unlike what we saw with Pyromancer, where he was limited. He could kind of turn front side only 180 degree. Igniter's got A 360 degrees and B free roam capability, so pretty sweet addition there. Final purchased upgrade before you pick a path is Fire and Brimstone. Flameform Mortar does increased damage to a larger area. This is a nice touch. 720 is the price. Okay, right here, Series 2 is not a big deal if you accidentally click. You can switch paths. That said, Soul of the Flame, further develop your flame form abilities. And then Blademaster, further develop your skills with the Flame Blade. I think what I decided to do is take regular Series 2 Igniter down Soul of the Flame, then Legendary down Blademaster. So we're going to go ahead and click Soul of the Flame. Basically saves us from that cutscene again. So. That said, we purchased that upgrade that lets us do this for longer. Wasn't terribly long, but I mean it is an upgrade from when you begin. Again, note if you accidentally click the wrong path or you change your mind or something, you can switch paths with Series 2. Again, if you do it right now, you're out no money or anything. So that said, our first upgrade down Soul of the Flame is Dances with Fire. Flame form moves faster and does increased damage. Cost is 1020. You get the idea there. It is a lot faster, which is a good thing. More damage in a quicker time span. Second one down, Lord of the Flame, is Incinerate. While in flame form, press A to trigger a massive explosion. Cost 1320. So, we're going to flame form. There's the A button. You kind of, I mean, I wouldn't call it massive per se, but I mean, you can kind of see what's going on. It is a nice little inferno. Final upgrade down this path is Fire Form Salvo. Fire 2 additional flame form mortars that do extra damage. Cost is 1800. You're probably wondering, can you control them too? The answer is no. They're kind of like free roam, but they are pretty cool and effective based on what I remember from SSC. So, we will enter into Fire Form. And note, I'm basically controlling that, but the others have already gone. You get the idea. And the other thing, if you launch into it and press A immediately, they'll each, you can't really see it in here, but they'll actually each blow up. So. Next up is his Soul Gem, which will be 2400. It is Fire Forged Armor. Again, I'm a huge fan of the Soul Gems that give you plus 40 armor. Really like it that they're not tied in with one path. Armor makes it harder for enemies to hit you. Again, plus 40 is nothing to sneeze at. Well worth it. Even if it's tied down a path, you might not like it. Note that he gets that really big, nice looking shield. Even in the game, you can make out the Fire Element logo. That's actually what you'll see on the back of your Series 2 or Legendary Ignitor. Great detail on the figure, and again, plus 40 armor. Now the good stuff. We need that WoW POW. It's 3,000. We'll have 61 left. Blue Flame. In flame form, or after a Mega Slam, leave a trail of blue fire. Cost is 3,000. I'm excited to see this. In that shot, it almost looked like Igniter himself. let's cut to the chase and just get right out here to see what happens here. I'll try it after the Mega Slam first, although I forgot. I think they said it was the A one. Okay, so I guess that was it. That can't be right.
No chinks in this armor.
In flame form or after a Mega Slam, leave a trail of blue fire. I thought it meant Igniter himself would do it, not necessarily blue. Okay, so that is pretty cool, but I thought like Igniter was going to do it. Let's try it in flame form. First, before we do that, let's take a look at that. Sorry. That's all. Oh wow, it actually, okay. What I was gonna do, I didn't realize it would do that just automatically. I'm gonna showcase, I mentioned to you, you can actually press the A button. I actually got him to that time. Let me play. Okay, that's what looks like Igniter. Okay, so, that's pretty sweet. I mean, that you can kind of see that like ghostly looking creature. That's what we saw on the Barks art. So I'm gonna have to say his Wow Pow is better suited, not to that, you know, the Mega Slam, but to the actual when you launch it, I mean, you get to see what you can do there. So, that said, we're at the 12-minute mark. Let's go ahead and pull our Lord of the Flame Igniter. We're going to introduce, not introduce, but the Legendary Portal.
And burn.
Note, he already does have some of the base upgrades. Just kind of showcase to you, here's the Mega Slam. Note that there's like not that wild power blue flame. Similarly, it's just that one shot there. So let's come in here and go ahead and finish out his upgrades, if you will. Again, I think the 3 upgrades are 4140, and then the WoW Pow is 3000, so he needs 71. He'll have 1 left. That's fantastic.
Welcome back.
At least he has enough, you know. Can't complain too much. Alright, well. I do not recall selecting Blademaster, but I guess it doesn't matter because you can switch. But I guess at some point in time long ago when I bought him these upgrades, I already knew what I was doing. Anyway, Blademaster is this path. It begins with Order of the Burning Blade. Press AA, hold B for Fiery Burst, and press AA, hold Z for Fire Slam. Cost is 1020. Was it burst and then slam? I guess B for burst, Z for slam. Well, that's pretty awesome. You just basically... Again, sometimes those are hard to articulate the combos. He essentially drives the sword into the ground and you see it come up. That was the burst. Now the Z button will initiate the slam. Basically just a really quick downward attack with a massive extension of the sword. Both very impressive. Next up is the double Mega Slam. Hold the Mega Slam attack long enough to do increased damage. Cost is 13. So maybe this will also impact the WoW Pow. Okay, you can kind of see it transition from the solid blue to like the red and purple. Very impressive there. Sounded like we were losing frames, but I didn't think we did. Final one down Blademaster is Inferno Blade. Pay close attention to the sword, what it looked like prior. That's about to change shapes. Sword gets larger and does even damage cost.
Strength and honor!
Look at that, 3001, just like I said, he's walking with some fat pockets. Check out the sword now. It's basically looks like fire. I mean, it wasn't emblazed in fire, but it looked like fire. You can kind of see just from the base moves there. There's the combo, flame burst and then flame slam right there. We'll come in now and we will pick up that Wow Pow. Wow Pow, blue flame and flame form, or after a Mega Slam, leave a trail of blue fire. Cost us 3,000. Again, walking with some serious change in his pockets now. 1. It's pretty funny. Well, I agree with his laugh. Anyway, like I said, you got to admit, you know, I really like Slam Bam, but like that blue and the gold doesn't really suit him very well. And it's not horrible, it's just he looks so good as is, you know, particularly the Series 2 pose. The blue and the gold, like the royal color, I mean, they look great on Igniter here. That said, let's have some fun. We're going to start out with what we didn't upgrade, which is just flame form, and we're going to see how that Wow Pow. Okay, now I'm going to actually, that was just me launching it. I did the same thing here. Now I'm going to launch it and run it around. Okay, pretty cool. Again, obviously doesn't have quite the duration, but it does work. Now let's try it after the slam, see if there's any benefit to this path. That was just the base slam. Now let's go ahead now and do the upgrade. There's the change right there. Pretty cool. Igniter is a very solid character as is. But let's see if we can get this combos. Whoops. There's he's driving the sword in, the burst, and then there's the slam. Which that also initiates it too, interestingly enough. Who do we want to send first? I guess we've got Legendary on. We're going to go see what Blademaster
Are you ready
does.
to really test yourself?
Check out that sword. That's pretty awesome. Not awesome enough to listen to Callie the full way through, but you get the idea. Alright, again, why... Wait, where is that? There it is. Why Lightning Rods Challenge? Quick, easy, consistent, and a nice assortment of enemies for us. So hopefully it'll work out a little better than Flame Slingers did, but plus 3 armor won't hurt either. We'll come in just, you know the drill now. Just try to get like a baseline on every attack. We'll begin with these fire chompies, just take them out with these standard swings of the blade.
A teleporter has appeared.
60. Standard stuff. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Okay, what do we want to do here? Let's do what we didn't upgrade, which would be 36, but again, that does have a wow.
A teleporter has appeared.
Did I see a 64 there? It's I don't know what that was. It looked like a bunch of 15s and 12s, but my gosh, it was effective. Fence isn't a problem for Igniter. There's 40s, 40s. Now we're not even doing the combos. Let's do a combo here. No, I'll do the Mega Slam. Need him to hit. 80? Was that an 80? I did charge that all the way, so it was like a double slam. Let's see. The quick one is 40, and then the fully charged, which you can see there, 120? God, I do not remember that.
2 teleporters have appeared.
36 there, level up, he's a beast on the basically. What can we do now? Let's try to do a combo on this guy. The slam would work good. I think that was a 60.
A teleporter has appeared.
We'll find out here. 90. God. If you were disappointed with numbers from Eruptor and Flame Slayer, this is why you have Igniter in your collection. You know. What can we do now? kill these guys. How about a slam? Lay it on, boys. That was two 2080s right there. That's 160 overall. Just
teleporter has appeared.
incredible. He wiped the screen with that, basically. Igniter is very impressive. If you recall, one of the first battle tournaments I did, pole battle-wise, he won it. I mean, there's good reason. He's even more impressive now. Well, let me take the wrong one. I think I have time.
A teleporter has appeared.
Mega Slam? Let's see if he can get them all.
Don't
That was 320 total damage, 80x4. Very, very cool. Now we're going to pick up all this XP, and we'll take the correct. And now I'm just going to basically flame form WoW power these guys. This is so easy.
Tribal mask revealed.
I mean, you're seeing 40s and 60s on the base attack, no combo, no WoW power, just pure dominance, really. I don't even know how to describe that. Really, really impressive. Igniter's Blademaster.
That was seriously fun to
Cool
watch.
thing is, I'm a numbers
Congratulations.
freak and like to go into great detail, so you're going to get to see his other path in the same heroic back-to-back for comparison's sake. Actually, you're going to see me get some money too because I'm thrifty, so bear with me here. Zook is coming on.
Locked and loaded! Ha 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 ha!
If people think I just make up that this is how I get the money to upgrade the characters, it's really how I do it. If it wasn't, I wouldn't be doing this right now. I'll try to go quick. I do have a little pattern I take. I find the saves to. Basically, you pick that stuff up, and you come up here, get this. If you come over here, you can actually drop off the roof. Then you can kind of clear everything over here out. Head towards Cali, then we get the ones right here by the staircase. Then I head towards Brock. Then we pick these up. It's always nice to get the big gem, particularly if it like doubles and it's 50, which it wasn't. Not sure if I wouldn't have said anything. Then the main thing you want to get every time is up here. It should be 320, 640, somewhere in there. 320, of course, nothing major, but every little bit does help, particularly that 320. So. That's it. I literally do that every time. That's why when like I do the heroic challenge and we come back and there's all the barrels, if you ever wondered what happens to them, I use characters that need the money for upgrades, and that's what I do. So that's it. Goodbye, Zook. We will see you here shortly in the life element upgrades, and hello, Series 2.
Now that you
Alright, so you saw Blademaster, and now it's time for the sequel. I'm gonna come in here, Lord of the Flames. Yeah, I could have sworn I took Legendary Ignitor through a bunch of these, but didn't see. Okay, there we go. Again, you know the drill here, but this time it's going to be, instead of Legendary down Blademaster, this is just straight Series 2 Igniter down Lord of the Flames. So, first things first, what does he do with his primary attack? We saw 40s and 60s last time, it's 28. That's pretty impressive there too. Let's check out his slam. Oh, I'm sorry. Now let's check out his slam. 40, so pretty impressive there. Now it's 50, you saw that.
A teleporter has appeared.
I mean, 28, you know, for not going down that path, that's nothing to sneeze at. It's not 40 or 60, but, you know, still. That's still 40. Let's see if we can Oh, he did wipe out.
Two teleporters have appeared.
Alright, so this Slaughterfest is brought to you by Blue Flame. And the letter Q. Yeah, let's do that again. Looks like, I mean, I was seeing like rapid 18s there. Let's try it again. Yeah, it does look to be 18. Let's see who strikes first. The answer is us.
A teleporter has appeared.
Alright. Oh, I just killed 50s.
A teleporter has appeared.
You know, I haven't gotten to do the... okay, I want to do the bomb on that archer. Okay, so when we ignited, it looked like I did get 50. Let's try it.
Teleporters have appeared.
Yeah, if you do the incinerate move, it looks like you can spit out about 50.
1 minute remaining.
I'm gonna take this one. Let's do the wild
Teleporter has appeared.
now.
Don't give up.
Yeah. Very cool. Alright, so we got this in the bank. He's not quite as quick, of course, as Flameslinger. Should be able to make it.
Tribal mass.
Again, I mean, dealing 28s and fit, you know, yeah. Let's see. We got time to backtrack and stuff.
Heroic challenge complete.
Again,
Excellent
for
job.
what it's worth, this heroic challenge is with the assortment of enemies and the short time. I feel like it gives me plenty of opportunity to showcase each one to you. So.
That was seriously fun to watch. Congratulations.
Dang right it was, woman. Yeah. No. Alright, so I have to say, Wow Pow quite effective. That said, me personally, I think in gameplay, I mean, I know that was gameplay, but like in the actual chapters, I think you can appreciate Lord of the Flame a little bit more. It's a little harder to showcase that one to you, like in all of its detail, than per se Blademaster. That said, me personally, I have to give the nod to Blademaster. That's, of course, if you wondered, if you know my format, you should know that's actually why I picked it for Legendary Ignitor. I wanted him to have the better of the two paths. That said, you really can't go wrong with either one. This one, you know, Lord of the Flame, it does take probably a little bit more skill and time to master. If you're willing to do that, you can pay really big dividends. And on the plus side of that, I mean, while you're learning, there's a little bit of a learning curve there. You're still going to do 28 damage with your primary attack, you know. So the Wow Pow also comes in handy when you do your slams. That's going to run around, do 36, 50-ish, depending on how it's structured with the incinerate and everything. That said, again, for me personally, I would have to give a... I guess it's not a slight now. I guess it would be a consensus that Blademaster is the way to go. I mean, the damage numbers speak for themselves, I think. But that's what I would do. Again, this actually worked out pretty well, aside from the fact that I might lose commentary because we're getting close to the 30-minute mark, which is reason for panic. That said, this was Series 2 Igniter and Legendary Igniter, his counterpart again here in the US, available at Toys R Us. Got to showcase both paths to you. That worked out very well. You got to see them back to back in the same heroic challenge. You can see the damage firsthand between the two. If you have not done so, please visit the blog, oneofwisdom.com. You'll see the archive right at the top of the video description. That'll take you in basically show you all the Series 2 upgrades if you have any questions about paths. Put the same detail into each one, so that'll hopefully help you out. Did the same thing for Newlanders and Giants. You can find that and a ton more on the blog. Again, oneofwisdom.com. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. This is the end of the recording. It is now 4:45 a.m. I started at like 2:40, so roughly 2 hours or so invested here. But that's it for our fire element. We got Light Core Eruptor, Flame Slinger, and 150, and then we got Legendary Igniter and Igniter taken care of. Next up, we're going to enter into the Series 2 Life Element characters. I'll do it alphabetically, of course, so we should have Stealth Elf, Stump Smash, Zook. May fit in Legendary Stealth Elf like I did this time around with Legendary Igniter. I think that worked out pretty well. But just have to get the money for them and the magic element, then tech undead and water. You get the idea. Then we'll continue on, but don't want to lose my commentary. I'm going to end this. Again, thank you kindly for watching. oneofwisdom.com for more, and we will catch you back, part 152.